Hey, English learners. Welcome back to the English Spectrum, your comfortable place to learn English easily through real, everyday conversations. I'm Lisa.
And I'm Tom, and today we're going to talk about something that almost everyone thinks about, but almost no one talks about honestly.
Something that looks different on the outside than it feels on the inside.
Yes, success. Such a small word, but wow, it carries a lot of weight.
A lot of weight.
So today's question is a little deeper than usual. Is success what you achieve or how you feel?
Oh, I love that question. And I think the answer changes depending on your age, your job, your family, even what day of the week it is.
Totally. Some days, finishing your laundry feels like success. Other days, even a promotion doesn't feel like enough.
Yes, and that's exactly why we wanted to make this episode.
Because success isn't just about big moments. It's also about the quiet feeling inside.
And before we go deeper, one quick question for everyone listening.
When was the last time you achieved something but didn't feel proud?
That quiet, confusing moment.
If you know that feeling, this episode is for you.
And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this episode with someone who might need to. Conversation, and let your English grow naturally.
This is a B1 episode, so relax. You don't need to understand every word. Just listen, enjoy the conversation, and let your English grow naturally.
And later in this episode, we'll have our word tour where we review keywords, idioms, and phrasal verbs from today's discussion.
So stay with us.
So let's start here. Why does a question like, am I successful, feel so heavy?
Because success is connected to so many things. Money, respect, parents' expectations, social media.
Oh, social media is a big one.
Huge. You see someone your age buying a house, traveling the world, starting a business, and suddenly your own life feels small.
Even if before you saw that post, you felt fine.
Exactly. That's the danger. Success becomes a comparison game.
And when you compare too much, you stop feeling what you actually want.
Yes, and that's where the pressure comes from. Not from failure, but from feeling like you're behind.
Behind who? Behind what?
Good question. Most people can't even answer that.
So maybe part of the problem is we're chasing something we never chose for ourselves.
Ooh, that's deep. To chase something means to work hard to get it. But if you're chasing someone else's dream, you'll never feel successful.
Even if you achieve it.
Even if you achieve it. And that's the saddest part.
So being at ease with success, feeling calm and comfortable, starts with asking yourself, what actually matters to me?
Yes, and that question is small, but very powerful.
Okay, so how do we actually start answering this question for ourselves?
I think the easiest way is this. Start with what's already in front of you.
Meaning?
Meaning, don't think about big success first. Think about yesterday. Did you do something that made you feel useful? Kind? Brave?
Like helping a friend, finishing a small task, or even just getting out of bed on a hard day.
Yes, success doesn't have to be a trophy. It can be a small, quiet moment.
I love that because it removes so much pressure. You don't need $1 million or 1 million followers to feel successful.
No, you just need to notice the small wins.
And also the way you talk to yourself matters. Are you kind to yourself? Or do you always say, it's not enough?
That's so important. Because if you're not approachable to yourself, if you're always cold and critical, you'll never feel successful.
Yes. Being approachable means being easy to talk to. And you need to be easy to talk to yourself.
Wow, that's a beautiful way to put it.
So the first step isn't to achieve more. The first step is to notice what you've already done.
And say, that was enough for today.
Yes, that's a successful day.
Okay, so let's say you start noticing small wins. Then what?
Then you follow up with yourself. You ask the next question.
Like, why did that feel good?
Exactly. If you follow up on something, you don't let it die. You stay curious.
So instead of just saying, I finished my work today, and moving on, you pause and say, How did that feel? Was I focused? Was I calm?
Yes, that's what makes the inner conversation engaging. Engaging means interesting and alive, not boring, not automatic.
And most people's inner conversation is very automatic. Did I do everything? No. So I failed.
Right. But an engaging inner voice says, what did I do well? What can I try tomorrow?
That small shift changes everything.
It really does. Because success isn't just about checking boxes.
To check a box means to complete a task just to say it's done.
Yes. Like, I exercised for 10 minutes. Box checked. But did you actually enjoy it? Did it make you feel strong?
That's the difference. Checking boxes gives you temporary relief, but feeling proud gives you real energy.
And that feeling comes from following up with yourself kindly.
So this brings us to a very practical skill, asking yourself open questions, not closed ones.
Oh, this is so important. A closed question is like, was today good?
And your brain says, I don't know, yes? No, maybe.
Exactly. It's too narrow. But an open question like, what went well today?
That gives your brain room to breathe, room to find evidence.
Yes. And being observant helps here. Observant means good at noticing small details.
So instead of asking, am I successful? You ask, when did I feel most alive this week?
That's a beautiful question.
And to ask that well, you also need to be genuine. Genuine means real and honest. Not asking because you should ask.
Right? Because if you ask yourself what went well, but you're actually angry at yourself, you won't get a real answer.
Yes, the question needs to come from real curiosity, not pressure.
So the secret isn't just ask open questions.
It's ask open questions with genuine curiosity toward yourself.
That's the kindest form of self-talk.
But let's be honest, sometimes you achieve something big and you still feel nothing.
Oh yes, that awkward, quiet moment.
Like you worked for months to get a certificate, a job, a deal, and when it happens, you just think, oh, that's it.
That feeling is so real. And it's confusing because you think, shouldn't I be happy?
Right. And then you feel guilty for not being happy.
So what do you do in that moment?
First, don't panic.
Yes, don't panic.
That empty feeling doesn't mean you failed. It just means something is missing.
Maybe what's missing is meaning, or connection, or a sense of rest.
And sometimes you just need to warm up to your own success. Warm up to someone means slowly become more comfortable with them.
So maybe the first day after a big achievement, you feel nothing. But 3 days later, you feel proud.
Yes, your heart needs time to catch up to your brain.
That's so kind to remember.
So don't throw away your achievement just because the first moment felt awkward.
Let it sit. Let it breathe.
And if it still feels empty after a while, then ask, what kind of success would actually fill this space? And this is where many people get stuck. They achieve something, but they don't understand why they feel nothing.
Or they feel sad, or anxious, or tired.
Yes, and not understanding your own feelings can feel scary.
But here's the thing, you don't need to understand everything immediately.
No, you can just say to yourself, I don't feel good right now, and that's okay.
That's a very articulate thing to say. Articulate means able to express yourself clearly.
Yes, an articulate person isn't someone who knows every feeling. It's someone who can say, I don't know yet.
I love that, because success isn't about having all the answers. It's about being honest with yourself.
So if you feel empty after an achievement, don't pretend. Don't post a fake happy photo. Just sit with the feeling.
And ask, what do I actually need right now?
Maybe rest. Maybe a conversation. Maybe a different goal.
And that's real success. Knowing yourself well enough to know what you need.
So let's talk about one of the biggest enemies of success: comparison.
Oh, comparison. The thief of joy, as someone once said.
Yes, and it's everywhere. Social media, family gatherings, even casual conversations.
Oh, did you hear? Someone's child became a doctor. Someone's friend started a company.
And suddenly your own life feels small again.
So how do you end that game?
You stop playing by their rules.
Meaning.
Meaning you define success for yourself, not for your parents, not for Instagram, not for your neighbor.
And when you truly do that, you can hit it off with your own life.
Yes, to hit it off means to connect quickly and naturally. And when you hit it off with your own path, you stop feeling jealous.
Because you're too busy living your own story.
And at the end of the day, that's the only success that lasts.
The success you feel, not just the success you show.
That feels like the perfect place to pause.
Yes, because today we use some really useful words and phrases.
So let's slow things down now and move into our word tour.
Okay, let's review the key words and phrases from today's conversation. Remember, you don't need to memorize everything. Just listen and let them sink in.
First phrase, to chase something.
To work hard to get something. Example, it's tiring to chase someone else's dream.
Next, to check a box.
To complete a task just to say it's done. Example, exercising just to check a box doesn't feel as good as exercising because you enjoy it.
To live up to expectations.
To be as good as someone hoped you would be. Example, he felt pressured to live up to his parents' expectations.
To be proud of someone.
To feel happy and respect what someone has done. Example, you don't need to be famous for me to be proud of you.
A sense of purpose.
The feeling that your life has meaning and direction. Example, money feels empty without a sense of purpose.
Articulate.
Able to express yourself clearly. Example, she's very articulate when she talks about her feelings.
And finally, to hit it off with someone or something.
To connect quickly and naturally. Example, I hope you hit it off with your new goals.
Amazing. Keep these phrases in your heart.
Take care of your English.
And take care of your heart. I'm Tom.
And I'm Lisa. See you next time on the English Spectrum.